Yeah, hello, peace family. I'm back again with some more wisdom, knowledge, and understanding for you to understand and comprehend the war that are going on in the world and why we are miserable today. Yeah, according to the economy and according to freedom and according to the well-being, we are left in a big hole. Yeah, while these dudes are happily playing war games on the masses, depopulating the masses and doing other agendas of power. You understand that? Because if you look at the Second World War and you see that Japan was totally annihilated according to their own history, yeah, that they smoked them and this and that, and they had to rebuild the whole Japan from the scratch. Do you remember that story? So they rebuilt the whole Japan, and now Japan is out here running war agendas, right? They didn't learn from the war that happened to them, right? Why do you think is that? Because when they rebuilt them, yeah, it's the same thing they're doing to Ukraine, people. They all when they rebuilt the Japanese, they don't look, man. The Japanese don't control Japan or nothing. That's a entity, the war Yahweh war entity that control Japan. That's why they are all invested in the war. See that? Japanese mercenaries reached Ukraine. That was 1 year ago, people. Yeah, they sending mercenaries over there. What the hell are they doing there? Hmm? They investing in themselves or they investing in what's going on? They investing in what's going on. I don't think no Japanese is interested in them to be there playing all of that game involved in a damn war. But it's not about the people. It's about the people that will rebuild Japan and now owns Japan. So they do what they want. You see that? They there, they got mercenaries involved in the war. They got Japan unveils biggest military build-up since World War II. People, they build their military. They ready for war, people. They forgot what happened back there, how they got smoked, right? And they all build their military ready for war again. Okay, let's go. And then here you see that was 1 year ago as well, you know, and they continue dealing with Putin and the war, pushing Putin's new list of enemy nations, but three NATO and EU members missing. Watch Who? Ukraine, Russia, USA. Right. 12 days ago. They're still building up the war and who's the enemy and who's the friend. After all this time, people, after all these wars, they keep switching friends and enemies. Back and forth. Yeah? It's never gonna stop. But I'm gonna tell you why they're doing this war. Why? Because the creator is showing me why they're doing this war. Okay? Meet the Japanese men fighting in Ukraine war as a volunteer. Yeah, they have interest in the Ukraine. I'm gonna explain to you. Russian explosives threaten UK. Okay. The UK, I think, is the next target of this dude for the war investment. hmm Then it's got Japan sends defense equipment to Ukraine. You know, they send money. Accept refugee from Ukraine. Japan accept refugee from Ukraine. So they're taking the Ukrainians out of the country so they can bomb the hell out of the country. Yeah, they're disturbing that peace. They're taking them splitting families apart. They're destroying people. A lot of people died. You know what I'm saying? Just to do this work, people. They scatter the whole country so they can bomb the hell out of it to destroy the old buildings, the old buildings that they don't want us to see. That's what's going on in there, I believe. Okay, because there's nothing there other than that. They're going to there to destroy the whole place from the to destroy the history of the place because it's gonna trace back to us, of course. So they got to delete the story, the history, of these old buildings and everything. So they got to bomb them, and to bomb them, they got to have the whole population evacuated. So they create this chaos. Japan offers not only Japan but the whole world tell the Ukrainians they can come on. We look after you. Just leave. Go to England, go to Germany, go to Japan, go to United States, go whatever the hell you want, but just leave Ukraine because, we're going to bomb that place till there's nothing standing. You know what I'm saying? That's what this is all about. Because he already won. If he was about winning the war, he already won the war. There's nothing there other than being bombing the place. You know what I'm saying? So they now sitting in a table to make a pact of who's going to do the business, because it's all big business, people. Once they start...
We're back with more on Ukraine's recovery conference in London, where leaders from more than 60 countries are gathered. As mentioned, Japan's foreign ministry says that its meeting could be held at the end of this year. It aims to renew Tokyo's commitment to rebuilding Ukraine, which is still at war with neighbouring Russia. For more, Julia Chapman joins us live. She is in London. Julia, what major outcomes have actually been achieved as all these leaders wrap up day 2 of the conference?
Well, this has really been about getting the best minds together to look at ways that Ukraine's reconstruction can be funded, looking at ways to do this outside the box, because as Ukrainian Prime...
That's how it works, people. The Ukraine reconstruction can be funded. And all the investors are already waiting online. Yeah, that's what the list that Putin makes of friends and not friends, what it means. The guys that are friends, they're going to get paid. They are the guys that he's fighting. The are guys that are going to reconstruct Ukraine, you know what I'm saying? And Putin as well is going to get paid because he's doing the work of deleting the old buildings in that place that we never ever going to see. We're never ever going to trace our history. That's what they're trying to do. Not only there, but all over the world. Okay? He even want to target England. He said he want to bomb England for no reason. Nobody in England give a fuck about what happened in Russia. You know what I'm saying? And the whole reason is that he can destroy these old buildings. So our history goes to waste. You understand that? And the other half of the business, as I told you, they killing 2 birds with 1 shot. Yeah, 1 shot is to kill the old buildings. The other shot is the investment business that it will come after the destruction. Because after they turn Ukraine into rubble, then Japan is already lined up to come in and start the rebuilding. It's one of the countries, because there will be many other countries involved, because the size of the chaos, you know what I'm saying? So they're going to rebuild the whole Ukraine, new buildings, new towns, as they want, not as the Ukrainians want. They will build Ukraine, no doubt, but as they want, with some futuristic city. Yeah, of course it's going to be all locked up in some vault of radioactive and magnetism and strong magnetism charge and a lot of but whatever they're going to do, man, I don't want to waste time with that. Is that they're going to rebuild Ukraine the way they want, okay, with the houses the size they want, the roads the way they want, and the people are just going to go there and inhabit the city and live there as they are requested to live. They have no choice. And then when they land, they move over back home, they're going to have to pay back all these bills of rebuilding. Don't think you finished. They're going to have to be taxed. They're going to have to pay all these, what they're doing. That's the investment. Because they're going to put the money in and to expect to be paid later. The Ukrainians will have to pay back. You know what I'm saying? So investment, when you hear private investment to rebuild Ukraine, don't think it's free. No meal is free in this role they create. Let's go.
Minister Denis Shmyhal has pointed out he doesn't believe that the Ukrainian people should be forced to pay for what he calls Russian aggression, nor should the taxpayers in countries that have been backing Ukraine in its defense against the Russian invasion. So looking for other methods of fundraising in order to help Ukraine start rebuilding is what has really been the focus here. And we heard earlier from Ursula von der Leyen.
Putin had the guts to destroy the place, but he don't have the money to rebuild it, right? He's good at destroying. Can he afford to rebuild it himself now that he destroyed? No. He's asking for people to fund. My money? What? No. Hell no. It's all a game, people. They already have investors, okay? All these dudes are involved. They all doing the work, they all together, and they all shake hands in the back, you know what I'm saying? And one gonna blow, the other one gonna rebuild, and he's gonna be paid back. The Ukrainians are gonna pay the whole thing. There's no escaping that. Let's go.
The European Commission president, who put her backing behind an idea that Russian central bank reserves held in the European Union could actually end up in some way becoming part of the reconstruction fund. This is a very controversial idea, one that hasn't really been discussed in any seriousness yet so far, but there is certainly momentum being gained, and the suggestion being that the profits from investing some of the interest from the cash that's held in the European Union on Russia's central bank reserves could be diverted towards Ukraine's reconstruction fund. It wouldn't take any money away from these frozen reserves. It's simply the profits that they would be gaining on the market. But there are all kinds of legal implications here, political ones too. This certainly isn't a widespread idea yet.
Britain will commit another 300 million people to Kiev for humanitarian support. See that? How much money the war takes? Where's my part in this? Where's my money? Let's go.
But the first signs are showing that this is something that is starting to be considered very seriously.
There are plenty of potential sources for these funds, but Ukraine is optimistic about just how much is going to be put into that fund. What has been...
France to fund an additional 44 million people for Kiev's emergency reconstruction. Can you see that? You see that? How everybody shake hands and now are coming up to fund to reconstruct it? Are you kidding me? So the man had the whole reign to destroy all these billions, destroyed billions, bombing the whole city. And now you have these countries paying to reconstruct what Putin destroyed, because he cannot afford to reconstruct it himself. The Russians can't afford. They will be bust. The economy will be bust. So everybody else join hands and send money to reconstruct. So I assume that everybody had an interest in that about what Putin was doing, because they coming to heal. Otherwise, they will let Putin now sort his own mess. Right? Because I don't understand how this works. You giving money for nothing now. You're doing charity, billions in charity, but nothing's to say that in 5 years Putin is not going to go back and blow the place up again. Because that's what they do, people. It goes rhetorical. These words, they go back and forth, right? It's just about destroying us, because this money should be for us, and it's going for this fucking war. That's all I see. And you got these stupid people, they're gonna blame everything in something else. Oh yeah, it's the immigrants. It's not the immigrants. Yeah, of course. I don't agree because Putin himself created this flood of immigrants everywhere. At the same time, he's doing this. Yeah, it's about now paying for this damage and then paying for the immigrants that he's been pumping out. So people now live to pay. That's what's going on. Ukrainians can't afford it. They had to run from their land. They lost their families. They're slaves, man. They finished. And when they go back, they're gonna have to pay back. So it's a situation that they are now. They go back, they're gonna be slaves forever, like the Japanese. Some entity is gonna run them because they're gonna have to pay that entity forever. And that entity is gonna be in charge of everything. If they go to war, if they don't, what they do, it's gonna be their leader, like in Japan. That's why Japan is involved. All these countries are involved because that entity did it all over the world. And when he destroys you like that, he takes over your country. He's already run. Doesn't matter what president you vote there, the entity is behind. Let's go.
Contributed or pledged rather so far actually come anywhere close to what the country might be expecting though, Julia?
Certainly not yet. Ukraine says that it needs around $16 billion in the near future to just address its most basic and urgent needs for rebuilding.
In Germany, 415 million people to fund humanitarian aid in Kiev, people. But that people is going without in many of these places. But they have millions, man, to commit to the damn war. I don't get it. Let's go.
Building basic infrastructure, energy infrastructure that is occasionally targeted, hospitals, other areas that it is struggling to finance on a day-to-day basis. This is just to get the country running to a minimal level, never mind looking more long-term at how the country can get back on its feet along the line, particularly after this war ends. The estimate at the moment is that in the first year of the conflict, the damage done cost around $400 billion to Ukraine.
$400 billion, people. 1 year of damage. $400 billion, people. 400 billions of US dollars. Come on. Come on. And these people sit there, cold-blooded people, talking about all these numbers like it's nothing. Yeah, and how they collect this money, taxing the whole world now to pay for that fucking war. We are paying for that. You know that? We are paying for that. Against our will, we never asked for no war. We never gave Putin no bomb to make this type of damage. 400 billion people. It's serious. If you run your car into a shop, if you're driving, just imagine you're driving, an accident. If you commit an accident, an act of accident, you didn't plan, it just happened, out of your control. Let's say you run into a building, you break glass, it caused some damage, maybe the damage come up to, 100,000, and they're gonna have you pay this 100,000. You know that? If you don't pay, you go to jail and you're never coming out. Or you never know. But you're gonna pay for that. Either way, if you can't pay, they'll put you in jail and they create a bond. Okay? And you're gonna serve that time for that bond. So Putin, which you see is irresponsible, go out for 1 year, create a massive 400 billion damage that who's gonna pay now? World Bank estimates Ukraine rebuilding cost about at least 400 billion. Right. And who's paying for that? Who's going to leave until they die working and paying for that? Let's go. Not Putin.
That is a number that is only going up with every day of this conflict, and there is huge concern, not just in Kyiv, but
It's
among
totally
international partners who have been supporting
400
Kyiv,
billion
that this is going to be a really
damage.
difficult project to
As
finance.
you can see,
but
it's destroying
partners don't want to leave leave you...
destroying the buildings. It's destroying the old sites. The old buildings is destroying stuff. That's what's going on in there. And that's why everybody's involved, because everybody's going to pay to rebuild. They all involved.
Ukraine on its own. They are working together to find more funding. Some
All
countries
working
have been
together.
making
You heard
pledges
that?
in the last couple of days, but the real focus has been looking for alternative options as well.
So Putin going a rampage, yeah, and cause a damage worth 400 billion, and all these dudes, yeah, going around now sending money to rebuild. Does it make sense to you? They wouldn't give you a penny if you didn't do nothing for them, but they're going to rebuild because Putin destroyed. And they're giving billions to rebuild. Don't tell me they had no interest in that. Let's go.
Thank you for that, Julia Chapman, there in London.
So I wanted to show you guys, man, that's all they're doing. Okay? We're gonna stop with the videos because YouTube can get sensitive, but this is for educational purposes only, you know what I'm saying? And for those who have wisdom, because I wanted to show you these motherfuckers are there destroying old buildings and they all together in it, you see that, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? They're destroying the old buildings that they themselves can't build, and then they're gonna come with the money to rebuild. They're gonna, all these dudes involved, they're gonna pay for rebuild. And once they rebuild, they're going to charge the Ukrainians, they're gonna put back their slave, they're gonna be slave forever, paying for that shit that they're gonna rebuild. And they're not even gonna recognize their country when they come back, because it's gonna be totally different. And old sites, old memories are going to disappear for the good of the people that are, you know, rebuilding, because they're destroying old sites in there, people, roads, aqueducts, things that can tell us things about the past. You know what I'm saying? They're destroying them. Imagine old people in Ukraine, they fucked up. They you know, when you're old, it's not like you're gonna be traveling, you're gonna be, no, fuck that. You used to your land now, you rather die there or whatever. Imagine how they're living without water, without nothing. For all this time that Putin is there bombing them like, you know, like there's no tomorrow. Look at that. They're destroying old sites. That's what's happening there. Do you call these make any sense to you? Bombing people you don't even know. Look. You see that? Baby, women and children all gonna be there. You don't know who's inside the building when they drop that shit. So do you think these people have soul? Anybody that's still alive? Oh no? Okay. I don't think so. See what that? Ukraine rebuild cities and towns so you can, you know, do it again later. You know what I'm saying? They got their weapons of war, you know. They invest all the money in these machines to go around to destroy the past. That's what this is all about. Because they are all the same people and everything. The whole chaos is just to destroy the past. You know what I'm saying? Look at these old buildings in there. They're gonna destroy them all and rebuild with these new McDonald's, Burger King shit, you know. And some more ugly buildings that they build. You know what I'm saying? But that's all, man. I don't want to keep this video going too long. You see buildings like that, they're going to all destroyed. You see that? Ukraine's cultural heritage face destruction. That's right. Actually, we saw this probably already destroyed out. You know? Yeah, man, they destroyed the hell out of Ukraine. When they go back there, they won't recognize the damn place. It's gonna say, that shit is not our country no more. It's gonna look totally different. And England as well. If Putin bomb England, you're never gonna see the same England again. It's gonna destroy the whole old buildings, I'm telling you. You know what I'm saying? That's what they're doing. They're chasing now because people are waking up about the bullshit. So they got to destroy the buildings, the evidence of the past. But the more they do that, the more evidence we have that they are hiding shit, and the more motivation to dig deeper. You know what I'm saying? And eventually we already know. So they're wasting the energy because, we already know the whole thing, what's going on. Even, you see that? Nobody want no fucking war. Fuck them, man. You see that? They don't want no war. The Ukrainians didn't ask for that. You see that? The Ukrainians didn't ask for no war. They were invaded and they just subjects. They slaves. They had to run for their life and stay in other countries and being, being manipulated, split families. Many died, lost their families. They didn't ask for that shit, people. They said, fuck you and your damn tanks, man. We don't want no war. You see that? But Putin, he don't care because it's a big business and he's not the only one in the business. There's other partners. The dudes that are coming to rebuild are part of this. Otherwise, Putin will have no option because if he was told that if he destroyed shit, Russia has to pay to rebuild. According to international law, you break, you gotta pay. Right? So Putin will have to rebuild. The Russians will be all slaves to pay for the Ukrainians. They will leave to pay Ukrainians everything that they need. And Ukrainians will be the ones dictating the laws, not international dudes with interests coming around saying that they're going to rebuild. Hell no. Because they know they're going to have interest in there, and the Ukrainians are the ones that are going to pay for that, not Putin. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. They're going to end up living. Is that what they're planning for them? Is that how they want them living? Copacabanas? I don't know. But all I'm going to tell you, man, this is evil. And I don't want to be going too long on this video. But I already told you they're there to destroy all sites that we don't know. And they can tell us the story of the past. That's why they're there, people. Don't listen to nothing these motherfuckers are talking to you. And after they're destroying these old sites, they're there to make money and to control the Ukrainians, the territory itself, because they're going to tax the hell out of the Ukrainians to pay forever for the damage that they themselves create, people. It's disgusting what these people do. And everybody watch like they don't know what the fuck is going on. It's crazy. You know what I'm saying? That's all, man. It's all to do with Jesus, Yahweh, man of war. This is what it brings, people. You see that? Yahweh, man of war. You see that? Yeah. Don't let them Religio tell you that they are not the warmongers. They are the warmongers, people. Don't let them fool you. These Religio people, all they do is war. They are the only ones with guns and go around the road and destroy entire cities, people. Don't let nobody live in peace or nothing. They beasts, monsters in our world. Yeah, and that God, I don't even want to hear his name. Because his name is evil. See that? His name is dead in destruction. See that? I don't want to hear his name no more. It's finished. I've seen enough. See, that's all he does. Man of war. Nobody asked for war, but the war is there. He's doing 400 billion damage, and he's got all these motherfuckers coming back to rebuild with our money, which they're gonna charge the Ukrainians later, because but it's not gonna ever come back to us, that money. Is our money just go to war. We live to pay for these stupid wars. See that? No matter what position we are, even non-Ukrainians are paying for this war now, because their country is sending millions to pay for the rebuild. It's their money. Nobody asked for that war. Why is Putin not in jail? Because we are paying for his damage. It caused damage. It's a crime. He should go to jail if he can afford, and then the people will be able to pay. But he's got to pay with his life because he caused the damn damage. If he was any of us, they will hang us the next day. There's no chance you're going to do all this type. 400 billion damage, people. Bomb the whole city, and nobody arrests you, nobody asks you questions, and you continue doing shit. And all your partners come around and fix the place so they can make money. It's a big business, people. I've seen enough. It's demonic, diabolic, satanic. And the more every year we put up with it, the more it happens. All our lives is about that shit. Since we were born, they're doing the fucking worst, and they never stopped. See that? It's about destroying sites that other people build. Destroying people's lives. Make them useless. Make them meaningless. See that? They cause chaos. Bad weather. Floods. You see that? How these homes are all flooded. They pay thousands and millions. Some people been paying for this house since they were born. They're paying for the house, you know. And next minute, they send a flood that destroys your entire area, man. What are you gonna do? It's a world of hurt, people. It's a hurt, a lot of hurt they create. When you see these military people, you know that your life, you cursed, okay? They're always gonna be in this war shit, warmongering, Yahweh warmongers, you know what I'm saying? And we never gonna have no peace. This pisses me off, man. Especially when you know what they're doing. You know? And you know that what they're doing ain't righteous. They're doing it purposely. They're doing it not by accident. But you'd make 400 billion damage cause the 400 billion. Come on, man. You just go off the speed camera and they're taxing you. The cops don't arrest you. If you go off the fucking speed camera, that is not a crime because you didn't cause no damage. Yeah? But people end up in jail over that shit. But the motherfucker, the real motherfuckers, doing the real damage, 400 billion, everybody's coming and giving him millions to fix his damage. How do you explain that? But nobody speaks. We're going to arrest this motherfucker because he's a war criminal. It's a 400 billion damage. Okay, I'm going to stop, man. This pisses me off. Guys, you know, I don't want to get personal with it. You know what I'm saying? Because they're not going to stop. See that? See that? Ukraine is never going to be the same again. They're finished. It doesn't. You can rebuild something that turned into rubble. Yeah, you're going to bring something new, and they're not going to recognize themselves no more because it's going to be another entity running the shit. Yeah, I know. Mm-hmm. That's it, man. Good luck with that. Okay. Continue sleeping. Continue voting. Continue not liking our videos. Okay, because we're not going to be here for long. By the way, it's going. You know what I'm saying? But you know, you guys continue the lie roll, funding them, voting them, trusting them, and this is gonna be your end. See that? That's gonna bring this money that they never give you, but they're gonna make a big bomb with that money they never gave you. They're gonna make a big bomb and they're gonna drop on you. That's all they do. It's sad. It's a lower species. No intelligence. Nothing. You know what I'm saying? No intelligence, no wisdom, no higher intelligence. Okay? It's a lower lifestyle, a lower species, lower IQ, a lower realm. Okay? All they have is weapons of war. All they know is war, deception, greed. Okay? They ain't benefiting from nothing in there other than they're causing more damage than benefit or profit. You know what I'm saying? And only a few entities are really profiting from this war, not the whole. The world never benefit from no war. The world you have a big loss each time they drop a bomb. The world becomes poorer and poorer and less resources and everything else, even life cycles are lower. Everything goes lower and lower and lower because it's a low vibration piece of shit place. You know what I'm saying? That's it, man. I love you all. Stay on, stay strong, stay dangerous. You know what I'm saying? Don't let them fool you or nothing. You know what I'm saying? Don't go back. There's once you wake up, there's no going back to sleep or nothing. You know what I'm saying? Just continue building yourselves. You know what I'm saying? Loving yourselves, loving the people that love you. You know what I'm saying? And that's life. Okay? And hoping in the Creator to give you the things that you can see and the things that are there for you, the real blessings. That money don't matter anyway. It's a piece of shit that you need to let go because that's what it do. It gives wealth to certain people and not to everybody. And these certain people keep playing these monopoly games with the whole entire world because they have more money that they can they're supposed to have. Nobody should have more money that they need. You know what I'm saying? Because they have more money that they need. They have time and tools to do this kind of shit. That's all it builds up to you. When there's a lot of money going to one place and going to one place, and then the people are depleted and there's a few entities that have everything, that's what happens. That's it, man. I'm gonna stop this time for real. I love you all. Peace.